Yo, you want to debate? Yeah. What's the topic? Give me your defense and your logic. We can talk the Warriors or the Rockets, but if it's LeBron's the GOAT, stop it. Stop. Tune in every week and catch us on the podcast, but don't get mad at me if I tell you that your squad's trash. We hitting everything hard from these fighters that just got smashed. The players getting waived who came up and who just got cash. We talking firings, hiring streaks by Ironman. Whose team's acquiring, who's done and who's retiring. Who you're admiring, players you find inspiring. College athletes aspiring and contracts that's inspiring.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the podcast, the Playmakers Lounge podcast. I am your host, something, hit the keys. I'm here today with my co-host. I guess we're going to start off like we did last time with Mr. Watch Me Whip, Watch Me JJ. Say what up to the people, Jay.
What up, y'all? How y'all doing?
I also got my other co-host, Mr. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, Rick No Roll over here. Say what up to the people, Ricky.
People. I mean, at least it's not no smiley, you know what I'm saying?
Right, because he don't be smiling anyway. He always be having that sour stank face going, so, you know. We're back. We took a little hiatus. You know, I ain't going to blame anybody, for the hiatus. But, we're back. We're here to bring the people what they want. Bring the people what they want, and that's some more of that heat. So today we got some fire topics for y'all. I even got something that I ain't told the other host about that we're going to hit them with too. So we're going to start right off with talking about, I guess, we can't skip over it. The biggest thing that's happened in sports in a long time. We're talking about the NBA, the MLB, and tennis too, boycotting, to stand strong with, all the Black Lives Matter movement. What do y'all think about all the boycotts this week?
Can I start with a funny story? just a quick little joke. So I was texting this girl yesterday, and she was like, I left her on red on accident, right? And I messaged her. I was like, dang, my bad. I didn't mean to leave you on red. And she was like, are you gonna, I was like, are you gonna kill me or something? And she was like, no, Black Lives Matter. I was like, that's what I'm talking about, baby. So I'm talking about. All right.
I guess that does tie in.
Yeah, man. I knew what I was doing, man. You got to believe in the people,
yeah,
bro.
Because I was questioning you for a second. But on that note, we're going to go ahead and start with Ricky on this one. So, Ricky, what do you think? What do you think about the boycotts this week?
Yeah, I think the boycotts was powerful, man. Especially them doing it where they was doing it from Milwaukee, where Kenosha is not far away from it. So they stood in solidarity and made that big move. Not just did some research. Your Bulls, Craig Hodges actually tried to do something like that in '91 when Rodney King got his tail whooped, and Magic and Jordan was like, nah. But another thing is that Jordan is the mediator between all that stuff.
Right. Well, the little difference between with the Craig Hodges was he sprung it up like 15 minutes before the game. Like it was already on the court.
It happened just before the game,
right?
Though.
But like with the whole situation with like Milwaukee, with this situation, they had more time to plan. It's like you didn't just come up to they didn't just decide in 1 minute or 5 minutes, right before the game. They had already been talking about it for a day or so, and that was something that they had already were probably going to work out. But with Craig Hodges, he just went up to Magic and Jordan right before the game was like, we should boycott. Well,
but I mean, that's a stance though, man. These shit shouldn't be playing like that. Like a lot of people, they heard the rumors that people was talking about boycotting until they did it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a stand. It ain't something you're supposed to go playing. So it happened 15 minutes before the game. You're like, fuck this. We want to play because they beat the shit out of a black man. That's what it should have been in my eyes. But back then it was a little different.
It's a little different. And again, it's hard to make a snap decision like that in 5 minutes. Generally, you're going to plan it out. Everything's planned out. Walks, protests, all that stuff is planned out more than 5-10 minutes. So, it's just a little different.
But it's a powerful stand though.
Yeah, it is. What you think, Jay?
No, y'all hit it on the head, man. And it made a statement. It got everybody's attention across everywhere. Got politicians talking about it. Got hot takes that were freezing code from from people. I mean, I feel like they accomplished their goal, even if it just what they only set out the one game, the one day's worth of games. But it still got everybody's attention and got just let people know that we still doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like we still doing this. We still dealing with it. It didn't go away, and as much as we would love for it to go away, it hasn't. So it's still a thing. As long as it's still a thing, you know,
Right.
that's where we at.
What kills me about the whole situation though is how you get the people out there who are like, well, what about China? And it's like, why y'all only bring up China when people are talking about Black Lives Matter? Like you'd spend your whole life not thinking about China, but when like LeBron and these athletes are talking about Black Lives Matter movement, y'all want to bring China up. I feel like that's like if you don't realize it, that's the most insensitive slash borderline racist thing you could say, because you're not worried about China unless people are talking about Black Lives Matter. That's the only time you talk about what's going on in China, the only time. And so that's what kind of irritates me about the whole situation, is that you have to hear these people who don't care about any kind of social injustices or any kind of social issues that affect anybody but them come out and make these ignorant statements, and they feel justified in saying the statements like they'll talk about, oh, well, what about Nike and LeBron and sweatshops? But people are so ignorant, they don't realize that, okay, maybe these workers are making $350 in China, but the cost of living is cheaper down there. It costs between $200 and $700 to get an apartment in China. You can't get a studio apartment for less than $700 in Georgia, in Atlanta right now. So when you think about their cost of living, it's not the same. So like you wanna talk about what's going on with these workers in sweatshops. What about people making minimum wage? Minimum wage here is less money than a sweatshop worker in China. Minimum wage here is $7.25 in certain states, and in China, a sweatshop worker makes $3.50. But if you do the math on the cost of living, that's like equivalent to $14-15 an hour. So you have sympathy for all these people in China who work in these sweatshops, but you don't have sympathy for people who are sweatshop workers in your own country. People need to stop being ignorant, and they need to do their own research. They need to figure out basically cost of living. They need to understand that people in America don't understand that just because you make $10 an hour here, that doesn't mean that you I don't know. You guys get what I'm saying? Like you don't understand cost of living, so you don't understand that people here who make more money still have a worse life, and those people there get health insurance. I'm not saying that I'm for communism or nothing like that, but I'm trying to say that those people may not have it as bad as you want to make it seem, because you don't understand how the economics in their country work.
It's just an excuse right there, CJ. That's the only thing they use those things for. Is just
Right.
to sway attention away from what is really happening in America.
Right.
You hit the nail on the head. I mean, that was beautifully put, for real. Yeah, like you said, with the cost of living and all that stuff, like you can take your little $100 here and go to the Philippines or somewhere like that.
Right.
And you be living like a king.
Right.
You go to Walmart, and you come back with a fucking paper towels and tissue.
Right. Right. Or in other countries, you could spend $25 and you can eat for a whole week, and you can eat good. It only costs 30 cents to ride the bus versus $2 here. So it's like you're not thinking about cost of living. All you're thinking about is a dollar amount that you're given. And that's what kills me about Americans, is we're so ignorant. A lot of us are so ignorant that we don't understand that just because they make $350 there doesn't mean that they're not living a good life. $200 rent for a decent apartment, for a nice apartment, you ain't getting that here. So. And then look at the technology and stuff there. Everything there is cheaper. So they have nicer technology than we have here, and it's cheaper for them. They have cars. They have better cars. Everybody knows Hondas and stuff are better than the cars we make here. It's cheaper over there for them. It only costs so much money over here because we have to ship it over here, and then the cost of living over here is higher. So,
How you feel about everybody pretty much doing whatever LeBron James said in this whole movement type thing? Not doing exactly what he said, but a lot of ballers said that the King said we playing. If he say we ain't, we ain't.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
I know.
Right. There's
Because
always
Stephen A said that everybody was like irritated with what he said, and that basically he went in there tried to be the king, and that it alienated a lot of the younger players from the whole stand together thing because he was like kind of talking down to him that like, oh, I gotta stand for the players below me, and like he kept saying stuff like that they were below him and stuff, and they were irritated when they left that meeting.
Mm.
Well, I feel like in a situation like that, those young players are just still sensitive, you know? You got to think about yourself when you were young, when you were 20, 21, 22. If like an older person was like, well, I'm just looking out for these younger cats or I'm just doing this and that, you at that age, you think to yourself, well, I don't need anybody looking out for me. But you don't realize everything else that goes with taking a stance. You don't understand all the stuff that he's seen and all the stuff that he's been through. That's the circle of life. Nobody understands what the older person is trying to tell them and why they're trying to tell them that. They just want to do what they want to do. So, I mean, maybe LeBron could have approached it a little differently in his terminology and the way the words that he used. But in the same sense, the young people could have been more receptive to see what it is that he was trying to do for them too. So that goes both ways, you know?
That's just that pride shit.
What's that?
Them young boys think they doing something.
Right. Right.
Yo, this dude. Is it just me or is this stuff messing up?
Who CJ's?
Yeah, CJ.
Oh, no,
Yeah, he like.
It's fine over here to me. That's the only one that matters is me because I'm the one that's screen recording. As long as y'all can hear me, we're good.
Let's go then.
Okay.
That's why I ain't say shit.
Yeah, no,
because he did the whole whatever. All right, whatever.
Well, yeah, it's good over here for me. Both of you guys are on point, so that's the one that matters. Is the one that's screen recording.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess, what do you think? What do you think's the next steps? Because, another day is going to happen. Another police officer is going to shoot another unarmed black man. Really, an unarmed person in general. And I mean, racism is not going to go away today. Racism is not going to go away tomorrow. So when this happens again in 2 more weeks, what do you think the resolve is going to be to this situation?
I mean, that's you just said it. Like, it's a process. It's not gonna be you know what, we just woke up and decided we're not racist no more.
Right.
Like, it's just gonna be a process, and hopefully it ain't just fucking 2 weeks. God damn, bro. Can we get? Can we bring down the fucking the frequency of the shit at least? God damn.
I mean, the law of averages tell us that it's gonna happen every 2 weeks or so. You know what I'm saying? So. Gene, I mean, it's not me. I'm not the one out there, shooting nobody, So.
Hopefully you're not, but you are light skinned, so you know what I'm saying.
Well,
they carry water guns.
Right. I mean, we know they ain't got no hands, so they gotta do.
Oh, you got jokes, huh? We got hands.
No kind of hands.
Shit. Well, so here's something else that I think about in this whole issue. Because you hear a lot of the negatives with people like, well, they're just athletes. Their boycott's really not going to do anything, or they're just athletes, and I don't know why they think they're so important. I want to say this.
Money out a lot of big people.
Right. It's exactly what I was going to say. I don't think people understand that the actual power that athletes have. Athletes in general are in control of a multi-billion-dollar business. Because without no athletes, the owners can't make any money out of sports. So with that goes all of, state taxes, city workers that work the days of the games, arena workers that work the day of the games, TV stations that get paid off these people, advertisers that get paid off these people.
Those contracts that they got to honor.
Well, all the local businesses that get paid on game day. You got to think sports reporters, internet sites. You know what I'm saying? Sports doctors, all the executives, right? Us. I mean, but how many people get paid off of these athletes actually going to work? Millions of people get paid because of athletes, and so hundreds of millions of people are entertained because of athletes. So for you to be insensitive and say things like they need to just shut up and play or whatever, so on and so forth, the impact that these athletes have on millions and millions and millions and millions of lives have earned them the right to say what they want to say. Now, we can roast them if we don't believe what they're saying is correct, but they have earned the right to say what it is that they want to say because they are putting money into helping other people provide for their families, and they're bringing entertainment for all of us, for hundreds of millions of people. So it's like, I feel like sometimes it'd be the person on the internet Like Jay, I'll let you comment on the meme that you put up, the fire meme from your boy from Chicago.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yo,
Bro, I post so many damn memes. Come
yo,
on.
Amos from Chicago was like, all you people talking about, you guys are athletes, basically shut up and play. Well, come football season, I don't want to hear you guys criticizing us play, or I'm going to say shut up and eat some Cheetos. You know what I'm saying? Because he's right. Because he's right. The same people that criticize athletes 24/7 who couldn't put on a jockstrap and play with them, that you don't have the skill that they have, you criticize them 24/7. Why do you think that you can come out and speak out about these athletes playing a sport that you're not qualified to play, but they can't speak out about politics that you say that they're not qualified to speak on? It's like the hugest double standard ever. You want to be able to speak about whatever you want to, but you don't want to hear about these other people using their mouth and their voice. So,
hey man, just because I can't run a slant don't mean I don't know how it's supposed to be ran.
Well, and just I mean the same thing for them. Just because I don't run the government.
Ain't a politician.
Yeah, just because I'm not a politician doesn't mean I don't know right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? So just because my jumper ain't wet don't mean I don't know what a wet jumper look like, bro. You may know what it looks like, but you don't know how to put it in. You don't know how to put it in the net.
I can't just because I can't do it don't mean nothing. Man. I can talk about whatever I want to talk about.
but that right there proves my point. You know, like I'm not saying that you can't talk about it, but we can't knock the athletes either. You know, basically you have your First Amendment rights for a reason. So we should allow them to use their First Amendment rights just like we use ours. You know, if it wasn't for the Muhammad Ali's and the John Carloses and the Bill Russells, you know, helping us move forward during the civil rights movement, who knows where we'd be today? So we can't be knocking these athletes for using their voice and their power.
You need that. And people pay attention. I mean, At the end of the day, they can say whatever they want to say, but they clearly pay attention to it.
Right.
You know, LeBron says anything, they're going to pay attention to it. Tom Brady come out and say something. Drew Brees said what he said. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Drew Brees he been trying to get his face back though.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Doing everything.
Well, it's like people will watch Fox News or MSNBC or whatever news station it is, right? And so
Facebook News.
Right. So you'll watch Fox News and you'll listen to people on Fox News talk about minorities in areas that they've never been in and they know nothing about. And you guys think that they're experts, but they know less about minorities in these underprivileged areas than anything else. So they're not qualified to speak on it either, but you guys think that they're experts and they're not. They're not qualified to speak on this stuff. And so it's like people don't
never been to the hood.
Never been to the hood a day in your life, but you think you're qualified to speak on it. And that's just bogus. That's why you need to stop listening to people on the news telling you who's qualified to speak on what, because these people aren't qualified to speak on this stuff either. Just because they got a degree in whatever, you know, to be an anchor man doesn't mean that they're qualified to speak on these issues. It just means that they're qualified to be on TV and speak. But what they speak about doesn't mean they're qualified for that, if that makes sense. I'm on fire today.
You doing your thing today.
Yeah.
This man brought his whole soapbox out.
Right.
Is this Trevor Noah? All the life motherfucker.
Yeah. See. Oh, hold up. Before we continue any further, I gotta send a special shout out to my man Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P. Yes, sir. Wakanda forever, man. Forever, dog.
That's the South Carolina boys. So, you know what I'm saying?
That one hurt, man. That one hurt. That one hurt. Yeah, that one hurt.
Oh, I'm a special RIP to my little cousin, man. He got killed yesterday too, man. Rest in peace, little Johnny.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yep.
So I guess you guys got any final takes on that topic, or you guys want to go ahead and shoot on to the next one?
Shoot.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and get right into the NBA playoffs. They've been fire so far. We've seen some goodness. We've seen some not so goodness. I got to say before we get into the playoffs, I remember the last thing that I said in the last podcast was that there was not a chance that Phoenix was fitting to go 8-0 and make the playoffs. Man, Phoenix was a Memphis loss away from making me eat a whole bunch of crow.
Even then, it was just 1 point.
What's that?
Even then, it was just 1 point.
1 point.
Them motherfuckers just balling, bro. They're gonna be scared next year.
What was it? A Karis LeVert jumper away from Portland missing the playoffs?
Man,
I got
Portland, but I think Portland belonged in the playoffs. That was good for Dame. That
Yeah.
little run he had.
Yeah, that run from Dame. Because we've been gone for a few weeks, so we're going to talk about some of this stuff. But go ahead, Ricky. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to put that.
Crazy.
Say
Dame
again?
been going crazy. Luka been going crazy. Luka going crazy right now, actually.
Luka was hurt, wasn't he? What's going on? What score? Can you give an update?
The score right now, it is 57-51 Clippers.
Yeah, I think the clip about to close that out today.
I hope not, man. Well, I'd rather play the Clippers than the Lakers play the Clippers than Dallas. Dallas is scary to me.
I think that,
when they get healthy.
I just think it's how teams match up with each other. I don't think Dallas matches up well against the Lakers because I think y'all are just too big for them. I just think that the way that you guys play, I think that they match up better with the Clippers because of the Clippers roster. The Clipper doesn't have the size that you guys have. I just don't think that. I just think you guys match up better.
Like I said, I'd rather play the Clippers. I don't know why, but I just rather play the Clippers. But Dame is home now. I'm glad because that motherfucker was a thorn in my side to get in that Lakers series. So,
well, do you think Paul George found his groove after that super slow start?
I mean, everybody was super slow though. The NBA was super slow.
Not really,
but Paul George was like on a.
I'm talking about the playoffs.
Yeah,
the playoffs. I ain't talking about that regular season shit. The playoffs.
I mean, Paul George. Yeah, I don't know about Paul, man. I don't know about PG-13. I just don't know.
I've always been a critic of PG-13. I say he just was made by LeBron James. He's good. He's very good. He's an all-star, but he's not on the pedestal that people put him in my opinion.
I mean, I think he's nice. I think he's a top 15 player in the league.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's gonna catch fire this postseason. Some players just don't play that well. Play that great in the postseason. Like, or
he's already gone missing in a couple of games. That's why I was asking.
Right.
But then he exploded the other night.
I seen that. Yeah. Man, I need my boys from Oklahoma City to make me to go ahead and win these next two games. Did you guys see that? Russ, for the first time in 338 games, Russell Westbrook didn't have a turnover.
Damn, 338 games.
338 straight games with a turnover. I mean, I know that's super random. I heard that stat and I just busted out laughing because it's
Westbrook though.
It's Russell Westbrook.
You have to celebrate that because that's Westbrook.
Right. But
what is that?
Was CP3?
That's
4.5 seasons?
That's over 4 seasons of turnovers every single game. Every game.
You might well go ahead and just at the beginning of the game, they get the tip off, just throw it to the other team, get that shit over.
Get it over with.
Right.
That's definitely an NBA record since they've
the merger, since the beginning of time.
Yeah, since they started keeping that stat. So I don't know, the last 50 years. I mean, maybe somebody. I don't think so. I'm not even going to sit up there and give them the benefit of the doubt on that one. No, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, but 338 straight games with a turnover. I mean,
that's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy. So, I wonder what that number is for somebody like Chris Paul.
I know he just had a perfect game.
I would say probably
22 assists or something crazy.
Probably every 30 games, he probably has a game with turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Like every 20 to 30 games. Right. Because, you look at the stat sheet all the time with CP3 and you'll notice that a lot of times he doesn't have turnovers, He'll have a game where he has like 32 points, 16 assists, 4 or 5 rebounds and no turnovers.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I just wanted to know what the opposite of the spectrum is. If Russ is
on his own spectrum
for 4 years,
right. That's
Chris Paul every 4 days, every 4 games.
That's a terrible stat to own. That's a horrible record to own. I don't want to sit up here and harp on Westbrook because, I mean, I like Westbrook. I like him as a player. I think we've had this discussion before. I don't. He's not the GOAT point guard, or I don't think that he's top 5 or at that all time. But he's got a lot of heart. A lot. You know what I'm saying? You can never knock heart. I can never knock a player that's got a lot of heart.
All right.
So what y'all think about Portland's gone? We got Portland gone. We got Orlando gone. He don't really matter. Well, you got Portland gone. What you think about Carmelo and his next move? You think they're gonna resign him?
It's another team playing with a lot of heart right there.
I think Carmelo will just stay in Portland. If he doesn't stay in Portland, I think LA. He might go to LA because LA could definitely use him. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think him and CP3 going there.
CP3 too much money.
So you got both
because he's
CP3 and Melo going to the Lakers next year.
CP3 makes too much money. He makes like $40 million or something.
I'm quite sure that shit could be reconstructed some kind of way.
The only way that he could go to LA is if he gets his contract bought out because the financials won't work because of how much money LA doesn't have enough in contracts to send for. That's just the money won't work for that. The money won't work.
They're only paying 2 people.
Yeah, but the money's not going to work. Who are you going to trade for him?
Everybody on the team. Except for AD and LeBron.
It's like, all right, Kuzma got to go. Everybody that has.
Yeah, but how much Kuzma only makes a couple.
Kuzma ain't going nowhere.
Kuzma only makes what, 4 or 5 million. Danny Green only makes 4 or 5 million. If you're Oklahoma City, I don't even want all that trash. I mean, no offense. I mean, I don't want all you guys as trash for CP3. Who
CP3 want to be there, and that was part of their plan in the first place. They all wanted to play together. It's almost a perfect time for this shit to happen.
I don't think if I'm Oklahoma City, I don't trade. I don't trade.
Just come out of retirement for it or what?
Wade already got his LeBron experience. He don't need him.
Yeah, Wade done. When Wade tried to jump up on that table and he missed, we knew that was the end. We knew that was in the Wade. Because Wade ain't got a jumper no more. I mean, his jumper ain't wet. He can't get to the rim like that. He's not going to be a solid defender no more. I got nothing but respect for Dwayne Wade, but Dwayne Wade's days in the NBA are done. He can't spot up and shoot the 3. He might show up to the game in a skirt. So, you know what I'm saying? His days are
skirt.
Yo.
God damn, why you gotta do him like that, bro?
Yo, because I see it. Go ahead, Ricky.
I'm about to change the subject. I'm about to ask who you got in the Eastern Conference Finals. Who you got winning these series?
All year long I wanted to say Milwaukee, but man, Miami might be a problem. Miami might be a problem out there.
You ever say that for one reason and one reason only?
Jimmy.
We already know.
That's the only reason he say that.
This old Jimmy Butler fan.
Jimmy Butler might be. I've been thinking about this week, man, and I don't really think past. Derrick Rose still my favorite player. Jimmy Butler might be my second favorite player in the NBA. Just being real, man. I mess with Jimmy Butler. Pause. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Jimmy Butler.
But okay, so your favorite is Derrick Rose right now?
Yeah, still.
Okay. Okay. I ain't mad at it. I was just curious.
I mean, it's one of those.
I had to go ahead and let the people see your bias. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's one of them things like.
Man, that LeBron James and Dwayne Wade layup.
I've been a Bulls fan my whole life, and it's one of them things where I remember how bad the Bulls were, and then Derrick Rose, was single-handedly fixed that roster. And I know he got injured, and I feel like he got a bad shake. I feel like they kept bringing him back too early, and they should have just let him sit out. And
they were trying to get another Michael Jordan in there.
Well, I feel like
they thought they had it.
I feel like they forgot how hard he played. Because, there was times when
Rose?
Well, I'm talking about as far as when they were trying to say that he wasn't really still injured and all this stuff, because the Bulls organization was putting out bad press. And it was like, are y'all forgetting that this man was playing with ruptured spleens and all kinds of injuries? The year that he won the MVP, he had all kinds of injuries. And then the year after that, he had all kinds of injuries before he messed his knee up. So I feel like the Bulls organization forgot about all the times he played through injury and then just tried to act like he was trying to milk them for money, when I don't think that was the case. I think he was just still wasn't sure about his knee. You know how he plays basketball. He was jumping out the gym. He was everywhere. He was wild. He was. Yeah. So I feel like the organization.
That's like one of the best highlight reels to watch. Is
definitely one of his.
Right.
Rose shit is special.
Right. He was special.
Especially that MVP year.
Right. Right. He was a special player. So I mean that's why he's my favorite. He had a lot of heart. And then Butler, obviously. Yeah, I love a Negro that's gonna talk some shit. I love a Negro that's gonna play defense. I love a nigga that's gonna play hard I mean, he just all the characteristics in his game.
Negro to me.
At least I didn't
He was starting to feel himself.
Yeah. I didn't give him the hard R though, So
he was about to get excited on this piece, boy.
Well, sorry, I didn't mean to go left field.
Jay,
Who do you
Jay,
think?
I got a question for you, Jay. Which teams did those two players play for?
Which two? Rose and Butler?
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Windy.
Let's see, Philly.
Windy City, baby.
Detroit.
Windy City.
Miami. Let me see.
It's one more. It's
just one more.
Oh, I don't have any.
I can't fucking remember, bro.
Fuck it then. Never mind.
Oh well, yeah. We can send that team Draymond though and see what happens.
Windy.
Yeah, you can send Draymond over there with Levine and
send Draymond over there, bro. Yeah, that's your boy too. Why you? I thought that was your favorite player, Mr. Triple Single himself.
Go. I know you like that one, Ricky. That was for you. You know how old this jersey is?
I don't see no Butler though.
I don't have a Butler jersey.
Ain't no real fan.
But that's my second favorite player. Ain't got no Butler jersey.
Man, I ain't bought a jersey. I think the last jersey I bought was I can't lie, it was a throwback Emmitt Smith jersey. I ain't bought no basketball jerseys since probably about 5-6 years.
But Butler was in the league though.
Yeah, but 5-6 years ago, I bought like 3 Rose jerseys.
Wasn't 5-6 years ago? Wasn't he on the Bulls?
He was on the Bulls. D Rose is probably sitting home on the couch somewhere.
He's healing up. Detroit, right?
Well, back to what you were saying, Ricky. So who do y'all think is gonna win in the East?
Man, I got Boston coming out of the East.
I was gonna say the same. I mean, I'm ready for that Boston versus Milwaukee though.
I think I'm on CJ time. I think they're gonna have trouble.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have trouble with Miami too.
They're gonna have trouble, man.
Because Miami playing ball, and it's not just Butler; it's everybody on Miami playing ball.
I watched them play against Orlando. Milwaukee play against Orlando, and Orlando gave them a run for their money, multiple games, and they stole a game actually. And I think Miami is a way better team than Orlando.
Miami beat Indiana so bad they fired Nate McMillan. And Nate McMillan, that team wasn't even bad. Indiana had a good team. They were just dealing with injuries and stuff, Oladipo wasn't the same. And so it's like, for them to still, be the 5th seed and to hold together all year long, I feel like they did enough for Nate McMillan to be able to keep his job. But Miami beat them so bad, they fired him the next day. They were like, sorry, we know you're a good coach, but you got to go.
Get your ass up out of here.
You ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of Indiana.
Yeah, so shit that be flying under the radar sometimes. Like, yeah, no, he go right now.
Oh, I mean, any person Dwayne Casey going to the fucking conference finals. I mean, and then getting fired.
That should be hilarious to me, man. When
Coach of the year,
Coach of the year, and how you coach the year and you get fired. It's like Jimmy Johnson, who won a Super Bowl and got fired.
That's freaking politics right there.
Now that's Jerry Jones, but we're not gonna go there.
But the Dwayne Casey,
appreciate Jerry Jones when you do shit like that, man.
The Dwayne Casey one panned out though.
Yeah, he doing real well in Detroit.
I'm talking about for Toronto. They won a championship.
That wasn't Dwayne Casey. That was LeBron going to the Lakers. That's what that was.
Yo, maybe we'll never know because Kawhi is still Kawhi in Toronto. I mean, they might still,
If it wasn't for if Dwayne Casey were there, that same shit would have happened. If all those injuries had happened, the same shit would have happened.
I feel like Toronto could have beat. I feel like Toronto could have beat Cleveland with LeBron, with Kawhi Leonard.
You can feel that way all you want, but that motherfucker went to the fucking championship like fucking 7 straight years straight, back to back. So,
but then he didn't make the playoffs. Look,
yeah.
And then he didn't make the
You talking
playoffs.
about he only played what 50 games?
He played enough. They still wasn't going to go. That's why he sat out the rest of the season, was because they was 24 and 23 or something with him. 23 and 24 with them or something. Whatever it was boo-boo with him, you know? So it wasn't an improvement over the year before. It is what it is. I'm a LeBron fan. Just because I talk smack and I say Jordan's better than LeBron, I'm still a LeBron fan.
True, but whatever.
I mean, it is, but just because I choose Jordan over LeBron don't mean I'm not a LeBron fan. I am a diehard LeBron fan. I go hard for LeBron.
That still has nothing to do with this conversation.
It does.
But I'm talking about with fucking Dwayne Casey and those Raptors. If fucking Kawhi was there and LeBron was still,
no, I'm saying
I still can't. I don't see them getting past LeBron.
I'm saying with Nick Nurse,
LeBron with Kyrie too.
Yeah, that shit wouldn't happen, bro.
No, I'm not saying with Dwayne Casey. I'm saying that if last year's Toronto team would have played Cleveland with LeBron, I think Toronto still would have went to the championship.
That's exactly what we're saying.
But you're saying
that's not.
You're saying with Dwayne Casey. I'm saying with Nick Nurse.
Okay, it was Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse would have got booted too.
No, I don't think so. They would have just ran that box and won on LeBron.
He had Kyrie.
Not last year.
I said they could have if everybody would stayed. If we talking about what could have happened.
Kyrie was already in Boston. He was already in Boston for a year at that point. So with that team that they had, that trash team that they had, LeBron went to the finals with the last time. I don't think that they could have beat Toronto with Kawhi. Kawhi is a much better player than DeMar DeRozan. And then they got Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka was balling last year. Van Vliet showed up. I mean, you had all these players, and then you had our boy Siakam. You got these players that showed up that weren't showing up the years that they were playing Cleveland before.
They were showing up. They just had to. They were behind this man called LeBron James.
Siakam was not showing up like that before last year. He wasn't an all-star before last year. They didn't have.
I even told y'all last year it wasn't all about fucking Kawhi Leonard. I told y'all Van Vliet and Siakam was balling.
I'm the only one who voted for Siakam to be the freaking most improved player.
Van Vliet for fucking MVP.
No. we did a vote last year, and I was the only one that voted for Siakam to be the most improved player.
You sure?
Yes.
Who was the other?
And then I don't remember.
I don't know. I think Siakam might have been a sweep.
No, because I tried to use my executive pool when y'all tried to blast me up. All right. We had to make a quick change. Jay and Ricky was fighting, so we had to go ahead and put Jay up there and put Ricky down there. They didn't like the placement or something. I don't know. But so right now at this point, who do you got in the finals?
I got Boston and the Lakers.
And who do you got winning?
Why did you whisper that you got LeBron, bro? That's what that sounded like. It sounded like you straight whispered that.
He already knew. I said Boston in the East, and he should know that was gonna be the Lakers.
And how many games?
Oh, that might go 7. I like that Boston team.
What you got, Jay?
I'm gonna go Celtics in 7 over the Lakers.
You got the Celtics? What?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Who you got in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Celtics Bucks.
I'm gonna go out on a limb.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go with I'm going with Clippers because I've been saying the Clippers all year. I got the Clippers and 6 over the Heat.
Well, that's definitely probably not.
You said over the Heat?
Over the Heat.
Man, you ain't on a limb, but you on a smaller twig.
I wanted to say in 5, but we'll go 6. I feel
Yeah,
like
Jimmy Bias ain't going away no time soon.
nope, no time soon. You know.
But he won't buy a jersey though.
Oh, I'm not gonna rock a Miami jersey. That's not gonna happen,
You got Bulls throwbacks. It's probably cheaper now too.
right? Just go buy an old jersey and call it a throwback. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and switch gears. I got something a little new I want to try for y'all this week, and I want to tell y'all about it. So we're gonna do something called off on the spot. On the spot, I'm about to ask you guys a questions, and I need answers. We, the group, need answers. So on the spot, Jay, I need you to tell me who the top 5 point guards of all time are.
You give me point guards? Come on, man. You could at least give me a damn football question.
Nope.
I'm gonna go. Can I call Steph a point guard?
Yes, that's point guard.
You know, some people be tripping, but all right, I'm going Magic, Steph, Stockton, Isaiah, and
I left a bad taste.
shit.
Do, 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 do.
Can I call Iverson a point guard?
Nah, he was a shooting guard.
Yeah, he's
All right.
more considered too.
I'm gonna be crazy. I'm gonna say Gary.
GP, are you with me? It's not.
So you just did you? I think I heard all your people, but did you leave CP3 out of that?
Yes.
I did. I'll go CP3 over Gary then.
Yeah, he left.
Y'all know I'm a football guy. This dude hit me with a basketball question.
Yep.
I'm like, hold on, what?
Yeah, and he left Oscar Robinson out of there. But
Oscar, he left a big O out of there.
Yeah. What about you, Ricky? Give me your top 5.
Well, I'm gonna go with Magic, Steph. Those top 2. I think probably a lot of people book. I gotta go CP3. I ain't seen nobody do it in longevity. Only reason I put Steph over CP3 is because he's transcended.
Play.
He transcended the game. Big O. I go Big O. And my 5th. Can I go LeBron? He played point guard this year.
No.
Let me see. I go GP.
You leaving Isaiah off the list?
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Isaiah.
Ooh. I think
had time. He had time to think.
I've already gave y'all mine if y'all remember. I was the whole CP3 over John Stockton. We had like a 15-minute break in an episode about this. But I'm gonna keep it the same. I got Magic, Oscar, Zeke, Isaiah, Steph, and CP3. I don't see how you leave Isaiah off when he was basically the best player on back-to-back championship teams. Without him, don't forget that dude owns a record for the most points in a quarter.
You have 6, man, but I'm just giving you my top 5.
I know. I'm saying he. One thing that people forget about Isaiah is that he owns the NBA record for most points in a quarter in the playoffs on a broken ankle. I mean,
listen to all of those motherfucking
and the Lakers were Detroit was a poor call away from a three-peat. Like that invisible call on Lambeer on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the only reason that the Lakers won that series in Game 6.
It was enough calls that they didn't call them big motherfuckers. that call didn't make a big difference.
Yo, that call at the end of the game did though, with like 4 seconds left when they called. Lambeer didn't even touch Kareem and they called the foul. Kareem hit the free throws. They went up and won the series.
That's cool.
So, since you bringing up shit, so earlier in the show you said that Russ won't finish in the top 5, which since you're bringing up the top 5 again, that means you're thinking that Russ can't crack that top 5. But I posted that in the group when you said it. We have Reggie Moreland that says even if he never wins what the fuck, I can't read. Even if he never wins a ring, absolutely. His only issue is turnovers and bad decision making at clutch moments, but every other aspect of his game is top tier for a point guard. He's got an MVP, scoring title twice, averaged damn near a triple-double for his career, been to the finals, scored 20, 20, and 21 in a game, dude's individual accolades are more impressive than most point guards, if we're being honest.
But if we're being honest,
He is a complete idiot.
yeah, because
Oh,
yo,
shit.
Russell Westbrook is a turnover machine, and he's been a defensive liability. He's been a defensive liability for a long time. So
Let
like,
me get 1 second. One second. CJ, I'm gonna let you start. He said, "Do you know what a fucking point guard is made for? Decision making."
I guess you wrapped it up. I don't even know if I need. I don't even know if I need to say anything else more on that. You know, I mean, there's YouTube videos on how poor of a defender Russell Westbrook is. Like he doesn't pay attention, and then like things like rebounds for a point guard disrupts the flow of your offense. So part of why they don't win more games and why they don't win more playoff games is because instead of transitioning the offense to run up the court, Russell is slowing the offense down as he's grabbing the rebound, and now he's grabbing the rebound and he has to run up the court. He's taking away a guard position from being in position up court. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're running your offense, the point guard should be the first person out on the break, and then boom, he gets the pass. On the wing, like half court or whatever it is. So you get your transition moving faster. Russell slows down the offense because he's getting the rebound, and then he has to run the ball all the way up the court. Now there's only 2 people up court if the small forward and shooting guard get up court instead of 3 people being at half court. It's just little things like that. He affects the way that the team plays. So he gets rebounds, but and
then a lot of that stuff, like you talking about, he averaged triple double when he was in he was padding stats. He was motherfucking padding the mate. That shit wasn't organic.
Right.
Them triple doubles wasn't organic. I mean, he had a few, but a lot of that shit was set up to be for him to get big men not even putting their hands up, grab a rebound, letting him get them.
You got 10 assists and 5.2 turnovers. That's just not. It's not impressive, you know. I don't know. You got Russell Westbrook is part of the reason why they couldn't beat the Jazz, because if we remember correctly, Russell Westbrook took 49 shots. 49 shots in the last game of that series. He wouldn't pass. How are you the point guard and you took 49 shots and you wouldn't pass the ball to Melo and Paul George and they take the blame? Or when they played Portland, Paul George was going ham. I think Paul George was like 19 to 26. He was having a phenomenal game, right? And at the end of the game, Russ didn't want to pass him the ball. And he should have passed him the ball because this dude's shooting like 70% today. You're shooting like 40%, but you want to take it's not even just terrible decision making. It's your team. You're hurting your team. Otherwise, why would Oklahoma City trade you for Chris Paul? Chris Paul, 75 years old. He as old as I am. You know what I'm saying? But they traded him for you, right?
I ain't think anybody was as old as you are, but all right.
Ricky, you right behind me.
I'm far distant.
I'm the baby. It's all good.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get to this last topic. We're almost done with our predictions on each division. So we're going to hit y'all with the AFC South today, South Side, and then we got the NFC South for y'all next week. I'm going to go ahead and lead it off this week since I normally spin it to you guys. So me and Jay got a little bet going, 50. I say Houston's going to have a better record than Indy. He says Indy's going to have a little better record than Houston. I think he's wrong. He don't know what he's talking about. You don't remember?
I know what you're talking about.
All right.
It's like my man went full darkness on us.
I know. Ricky went darkness on us. He went to a comfort state.
I was telling CJ earlier, since y'all are watching this, from the beginning of the podcast to now, he's just consistently got darker, and then he just went full darkness.
That's his comfort zone, right?
Consumed by the darkness.
Darkness is spreading. He's in his.
I am the darkness.
He's in his comfort zone. He's not comfortable unless he's in the dark. But I got Tennessee and Houston both at 10-6. I got Indy at 8-8, and I got Jacksonville at 4-12. What you got, J-Day?
How?
What do you mean?
You said Tennessee and Houston both at 10-6.
Hold up. Then you just said that's gonna have a better record.
No, he said our bet is Houston and Indy. I said Houston and Tennessee are both going to
Oh,
be 10-6, and then I
Gotcha.
said Indy's going to be 8-8.
Okay, but that's like wrong. But you can go ahead and give Indy the 10-6. Or you could get Houston and Tennessee probably both be 10-6. I'll give you Tennessee. Houston, I mean, that's like a 7-9 team at best. You know, like you gonna put everything on Deshaun and there ain't nobody there to help him. Like who there? How is he gonna do 10 games by himself? And
He's a bad man.
you got Deshaun for MVP then? That's the only way. And then Jackson, nobody cares about Jacksonville. Just 4-12. I don't care.
1-15, 2.
5-11.
What do you give? What do you give an Indy?
You said Indy?
You said 7-9.
No, I said 10-6.
Oh, 10-6, yeah.
I said Houston would be like 7-9 ish. Ain't got nobody there, bro.
They're gonna be all right.
Nobody there, bro.
They got a bunch of decent weapons. They don't got no great weapons, but they got some decent weapons, and they got Deshaun.
Brandon Cooks and David Johnson. So they're gonna come out 3-1. Then both of them gonna get hurt by itself. Throwing to Kenny Stills and shit. Like Kenny Stills about to have a 1,000-yard season.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be all right.
Oh, Will Fuller too. So, but he got
injured too.
And before the first one, yeah, who's on defense? Okay, cool. And
we'll see. What you got, Ricky?
Well, I got Tennessee winning it at 10-6. I got Indy at 9-7. Houston, I'm gonna give them 8-8 just because it's Deshaun, but I don't see them doing too well this year. And Jacksonville is Jacksonville.
He blacked out on Jacksonville.
Bro, that shit is cracking me up, bro. I feel like a scary movie where the darkness just keeps consuming and consuming.
When I say Jacksonville, that shit happens.
Man leans back and it's like gone.
I think it's gonna be like I don't know. They might win 4 games, 3-4 games.
Sim, geez.
So what you think? 3-13 or 4-12? You got to give me one.
Give me 3-13. Just to be honest, y'all.
Don't believe in Gardner at all. God damn.
Minshew.
You gave him 4-12. What you mean?
You just don't do Gardner like that, man. The mustache Minshew, man.
Came from ECU.
ECU.
I'm good.
That's about to be Trevor's team right there.
So who's your fantasy sleeper this year?
Apparently Kenny Stills. No. Let me see if I gotta choose one out of those 4. Let's see. Damn, I don't know. You might have to swing it back to me. This trash ass division.
I say DJ if he can stay on the field. There's gonna be a lot of dump downs.
David Johnson, yeah. You got about 4 to 6 games of that.
If he can stay healthy.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say Kenny Stills. I'm not just saying that to say that, but I was really gonna say because he's gonna be the receiver that's gonna play the most.
Wow, you see what I'm saying?
I was being real. I'm being real. Okay, just because
I got you.
Just because I'm saying he's gonna be a sleeper doesn't mean I think he's gonna be like the greatest. I'm saying you go from 400 to 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Yes, 1,200 yards. You heard it here first.
This man got Kenny Stills going for 85, 1,209.
Yes, 8.
Look, I got you. It's gonna be Paris Campbell.
Paris Campbell.
Yeah, because for one, he was tearing it up last year, but then he got hurt, and then now he gets Phillip Rivers, and he most likely be operating out of the slot because they said already that they have fucking Pittman playing with the starters. So I'm in my head, the way it's working is that you got Ty on the outside, Pittman on the outside, and you got Paris doing all his little underneath shit, which should get him a lot of catches, and it should get him a lot of yak. So I would go with Paris.
I mean, Phillip Rivers can only pass the ball 10 yards nowadays anyway, so he might
throw a deep ball to fucking Ty today. Before the damn podcast, he was talking to me when he did it.
Yo, there was so much air underneath that ball that any that any defensive back's gonna be able to get up underneath those.
Probably, but that's why you dump it off to Paris all day.
Right, I guess. Dump offs to Paris and reverses to Ty. That's how they're gonna get Ty in the offense. They're gonna be running some jet sweeps from the outside.
But you might as well run that with Paris. You can run it with Paris. Paris is better after the catch anyway.
But you're gonna have to get Ty involved some way, shape, or form.
Ty gonna take the top off.
But they already know that Rivers can't get the ball down there.
Top off his whole career.
Yeah, but that's because Andrew Luck has an arm. Phillip Rivers ain't got no arm.
You got a noodle.
Right. I could throw the ball farther than Phillip Rivers today.
I love it.
Lies.
I love to see it. Go ahead and throw it on the at the end of the podcast.
I'm like Uncle
camera outside.
I'm like Uncle Rico. I'm like Uncle Rico. I throw it over the mountain.
I'm just saying, take your camera outside. It doesn't matter the lighting. You see what this dude dealing with. You know? So, as long as you just got the camera out there, show something, man. You could just go out there and scream like, "I just threw it 85 yards." Right. And everybody be like, "Damn, bro, we just gotta believe it because Ricky just do shit like this." So,
All right.
Can we start a GoFundMe to get Ricky some lights?
Yeah, we might need to.
Send me one of those sponsored fucking lighting kits you get, CJ.
I ain't getting no lights yet. That's my next thing I need to go figure out is how to get some lights.
He need everything. He need Walmart lamps, ring lights. We should do that. We should just have people just send hella lights to his house.
Ricky, can you leave your address?
I got lights. They just say no.
Why? That just makes it worse.
Because y'all say y'all can't see me when I have them on. I'm gonna put my webcam on.
Yo, we've been trying to teach Ricky how to do lighting for what is this, episode number 8 now?
Yes.
Right. Well, really, this is probably like episode about number 20, but with video footage, this is about episode number 8. So, I guess it's that time, though, peoples. Y'all know what it is. We're gonna go ahead and hit up this ninja. I got 2 of this ninjas this week. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with Brian Urlacher for his insensitive comments. So here's my thing. Nobody is defending what anybody's criminal history or background is. The only thing that people are mad about is that people are still getting shot in their back with their hands up. People are getting killed without being any kind of physical threat to the police officers who are paid by us through our taxes to protect us that are shooting us. So that is the reason why people are outraged. That is why people are mad. It's because cops keep shooting people in their back or with their hands up or with their hands on the wheel or when they're reaching for their license or when they're doing everything besides causing a threat. That is why we're mad, Mr. Urlacher. If somebody has a criminal history, okay, that's fine. We're not defending anybody's past history. All we're saying is that people should not be dying with their backs to the police officers. And if you don't understand that, you're sincerely just being an asshole to be an asshole. I can't put it any other way. You're being insensitive to be insensitive. You don't understand because you don't want to understand at this point.
It's literally what it comes down to. I mean, you're looking at it the way you want to look at it. And then even then, you don't know how in the hell this man got light in other people.
Oh, nigga, you
at the
scared
same
shot of me.
time? Oh my god, that was amazing.
Oh, that motherfucker scared shot of me.
My man had the whole world lit up when that man walked
Right.
in, bro. You need him on the whole street. But what the hell was I saying?
Man, that shit scared the fuck out of me.
You don't know a
behind.
person's criminal history anyway when you do it. Like it's so stupid when that stuff comes out. They're like, well, he did this and he did that. Well, he didn't know that when he shot him. When he shot him, he was just shooting him random. He saw this when he shot him. That's it over here.
Right.
but like he didn't know. Oh, well, he did this before and that before and that before and this before. Like, no, he saw. He didn't see a threat. He just saw.
Again, those are just excuses.
Whatever it is that makes him pull that damn trigger 7 times.
That's just excuses.
Right.
It's just like that's what he saw. But yeah, I don't know. Is it my turn? Should I just keep talking?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, then I'm gonna give it to this dude CJ over here.
What?
For one, for changing the damn stories up, and then he came out here with no hat on, y'all. Y'all see what we've been looking at this whole time. It's been like 3 hours of looking at this whole thing right here, and I'm like, oh my god, like I ain't got used to it yet.
I don't got glasses on. I ain't got a hat on. I'm probably throwing you all off today, huh?
Man, no, nothing. Like he just gonna come back after what 3-4 weeks and hit us with this. Like, where the hell did this shit come from, bro? Ain't nobody ready for that. You got the baby hair lineup and everything, bro. Come on, son.
The baby hair looking good. Got the beard looking nice. Put some contacts in. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I had a birthday. Ricky had a death in the family, and CJ went full light skin. He was like, you know what? These dudes giving me some time. I'm about to just prep the whole light skin handbook on these dudes right now. I'm like, God dang, bro, why you do us like that?
That was a good one right there. That was funny. Man.
I sense some jealousy in the air. My light skinnedness has you super jealous.
I'm good, bro.
I did cut the fro.
Oh, man.
This dude, the baby hair lineup though.
Yeah.
He got you that time, CJ. I'm good. I don't have one for this week.
My other this ninja was gonna be Ricky, but Jay just roasted me, so I'll let Ricky live today. I'll let Ricky live today.
I had like 2 of them. I can't even remember. No.
Yeah, 2. I had like 3 of them. 3 of these weeks. 3 of these 4 weeks is your fault.
Oh, here we go. Shut up.
Am I lying?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe not.
All 4.
Yo, we'll excuse.
All 4. You try to sneak one on my birthday, but I had told y'all in advance.
Nah. One was yours because you had to work, and then I couldn't do it the next day. Yeah. Because you got to realize one thing. Like if we can't necessarily do it on Thursday and I don't plan for it, the podcast takes an hour and a half, 2 hours to record. Then I got to watch it and edit it. That takes another 2 hours. Then I got to export it down. It takes an hour and a half. Then I got to watch it again to make sure it's good. It's like an 8 hour process for me. So if I don't have 8 hours blocked out, I can't do it. So that doesn't fall on me if we miss the planned date.
On Thursdays, we're gonna have to do it like early on the days that I don't work. Or if we do it on Thursdays, because at night I had this lounge now. So
whenever
the Playmakers Lounge, right? Where everybody should be.
Make sure that you guys the link is in the description. Make sure that you guys follow. We got all kinds of merch. We got some fire discussions. You know what I'm saying? We got podcasts. You know what I'm saying? We got some heat for y'all. Make sure if you guys like this content that you subscribe, you like, you hit that notification bell, you follow us, mess with us. It's because we got a good podcast. But I guess signing out from my guy, watch me whip, watch me JJ. And signing out from my guy, never gonna give you up, and never gonna let you down. Rick No Roll. We out, y'all. Peace.